Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition video. Since Halloween is around the corner, we decided that we were going to make a video on the best spooky build hacks for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So this video will basically show you guys some really cool Halloween builds and decor that you guys can make in your world to really spice up your world this Halloween and give it that spooky feeling. So if you guys are ready to celebrate Halloween in style in your Minecraft worlds, then get ready, grab yourself your trick-or-treating goodies, grab yourself some snacks, and with that, let's get into the Halloween build hacks. Alrighty guys, so starting off the list today of the Halloween build hacks, we thought we'd start off with something simple that's not too difficult to build. Now, when you think of Halloween, generally one of the common decorations that you normally see are spooky things such as tombstones and graveyards. So right over here guys, we have a whole bunch of different designs for tombstones, as you guys can see, just to give you a spooky feeling. Of course, you can make a whole bunch of these and make a graveyard. Now, we're not going to spend too much time on these specific build hacks because they're exactly as you see. There's not much to explain about them. You know, grab yourself some soul sand, use yourself some smooth stone and some of these decoration blocks right here, or maybe some black stone to make a cross one like this, or maybe a lower one. It's completely up to you. But yeah, this is just a simple graveyard. Not much more to say about it, but sprinkling a few of these throughout your world, very simple to build, and it will give you the perfect spooky feeling. Okay guys, now besides the little simple tombstones, if you want to ramp it up a bit more and get even more spooky, we actually have this really cool design right here. Now this one is the same design as earlier with the tombstone, except now we have ourselves a zombie that is climbing out of the grave. You know, the dead are coming back to get you. So this is just a zombie head with some sea pickles right there to make it look like arms coming out of the ground. This one's quite cool and very easy to build. Now finally, on the simple graveyards type of style, we have another one. Now guys, this one, the only difference between these ones and this one is basically this one is an open grave, and the reason why I say it's an open dug up grave is because if you look down, you can literally see the coffin at the bottom. Now this coffin is simple to make. It's simply a bed in a hole with some trapdoors on top. Of course, you can use any type of trapdoors depending on what type of coffin you want it to look like. Then you just grab another panel and put it on here, whichever is the same as the trapdoors using at the bottom, to kind of make it look like a grave robber has dug into your grave. So yeah, very spooky. Number 5 on the spooky list countdown. I'm not even sure if it's been 5 yet. But guys, next up is the realistic jack-o'-lantern or pumpkins. Now this is another very simple build hack that you can do to spice up your pumpkins this Halloween. Basically all you do is grab yourself a sea pickle and you plop it on the top of a pumpkin. This makes it look like the little stem of the pumpkins and makes it look a lot more like real life, like what you see in your actual Halloween cities and stuff. If your town celebrates Halloween, then you'll probably see pumpkins like this. Alright guys, now we're starting to ramp it up a bit more, a little bit more of a technical builds as we're going further. But now guys, what else is, when you think of Halloween, you think of spooky stuff, you think of torture and, you know, type of stuff like that. And what better than to build a spooky vibe than to build an electric chair in your world. Now obviously the guys, this is not a real electric chair, it's not going to do anything. But of course, if you use commands, you can literally shoot lightning down here and then the lightning rod will catch it. This build is very simple. Literally it is just a rail with a minecart on top, surrounded by some trapdoors, and then finally gate on top placed with a thunder rod on top, where you can literally just hop in, and guys, it looks like you are in the electric chair. And yeah, I'm gonna get tortured or something because I've been a bad boy this Halloween. Now guys, on to another simplest type of one. This one is basically a open tomb, as you can see over here. Now this one is very simple to build. You can literally just use stairs, and the cool thing is what makes it look like an open sarcophagus, open tomb type of thing, is it literally uses the lecterns, which you can go find right here, and just simply place them like this together, and you can actually make a little cool looking open tomb. So it kind of looks like someone in the tomb and trying to find what's inside. Alright guys, next up for the spooky build hacks is we got another one that's torture related. Now this one guys is the hanging villager on a chain. And now this is basically the main part, the hanging villager, but to spice it up a bit, if you wish, you can actually add a little stone cutter at the bottom to make it look like the guy is getting lowered down and, well, he's about to get chopped in half. Okay guys, so the first thing in order to build the hanging villager is you're gonna have to grab yourself an anvil and go to a name tag and name it Dinnerbone, just like this. Dibberbobe. Okay, so name your name tag Dinnerbone. Then go ahead and grab yourself some oak fence or whatever dogwood fence this is, guys. It doesn't matter. Just build something like this. It doesn't have to be a pole. You can literally make it hanging from a roof or something. It's up to you. Then just go ahead and grab yourself some chains just like this. It's a bit scuffed, guys. Don't worry too badly. We have to get this out for Halloween. But basically the gist is quite simple. Then go ahead and grab yourself some glass. Place it on top just like this. Then what you're going to do is go ahead, leave it just like that. Grab remove a chain. Now the important thing, guys, is to make sure that the glass is floating. You do not want to touch on the floor, so just do it just like this. And of course you can have the chain as long as you want on top. It's up to you. Then grab yourself your villager just like this, and basically just make sure that it's a tight fit so your villager can't move. Then what you're gonna do is grab yourself the name tag of Dinnerbone and just name it, and then bam, it will be stuck there because he's floating, so he can't move anywhere, and it's too tight of a space for him to basically move. So there you go, unless you bump him off like what we just did to the other one. Alright guys, so the next one we're doing for the spooky build hacks countdown is what we have here is basically a coffin. Now this coffin actually can have a villager inside, and you can basically close it and open it just like that. Now to make this one, guys, it's very simple. What you need to do is grab yourself a bed of any color, preferably red because that's normally what it is. Then you just have to go ahead and grab yourself some trap doors, place it around just like this so that it covers all of the sides of the bed. This is not too difficult, guys. I'm sure you can understand what I'm doing right here, but just in case you don't, there you go. Then just crouch, place one on top and place one over here. Then simply open this one. Then what you do is just grab a villager and it will jump into the bed. Now in order to make this work, make sure there is difficulty on and make sure it is nighttime, and just have a villager close by and it will literally jump in. So perfect to make a coffin. Alright guys, next up for the spooky countdown is a literal floating ghost. Now this one is very cute, and this one is quite simple. It's just made by banners and glass basically, and as you guys can see, it makes a cool little ghosty ghost. Now to make this, guys, it's also not too hard. What you're gonna do is just grab yourself some white stained glass, build up like about that much, it's fine. Place two, grab yourself some stained panes, place them just like this. Now the rest has to be done with banners, so grab yourself some black dye. Once you have your black dye, guys, grab yourself a loom and a crafting table. Of course, you will need these two things if you are on Bedrock. If you're doing this on Java, guys, all you need is the loom. Now, guys, once you have these two things, you also need a banner pattern, just so you know. I kind of forgot to say that, but then just go ahead and do this first step, guys. Make yourself a white banner with a black creeper charge face. Once you have that, guys, you have this cool little white banner. Now if you're on Java, guys, you will not need to go into a crafting table for this. All you have to do is simply go into your loom and click the pattern that I'm about to show you on screen. Now unfortunately on Bedrock we don't have this pattern, so in order to get it, what you're going to need to do is go into a crafting table. Make sure you also have some vines with you, and also make sure you have your creeper face pattern. Then what you're going to do is go into the crafting table, grab your creeper face pattern, grab some vines on top, and also finally, guys, some white dye, and then put this into your crafting table and you will get this white banner. The only difference is compared to the other one is it basically has the eyes slanted a bit, it covers them up, so it kind of looks like this. So now, guys, once you have that, the last thing you're going to have to do is go into a loom one more time, get yourself a white banner, get yourself some black dye, and make a white banner like this with a base indented. You can just go ahead to your ghosty ghost, put your ghost there, put your indented banner over there, and then a normal white banner on top to make yourself a cool little Halloween ghost. Okay guys, next up is the witch's cauldron. Now this one is also quite easy to make here. So it's just basically a witch's cauldron that is brewing with this cool smoke effect. Now to build this one is also not too hard. Now guys, you can actually make the witch's cauldron two ways. You can simply either do it like this, where you grab yourself a respawn anchor and then you tap it 4 times. Make sure you only do it 4 times with glowstone. Press it again and it will blow up. Trust me, I learned the hard way. Then you can just go ahead and grab yourself some trapdoors, place it around. You can use any type, it's up to you. So there you go, guys. You can make it literally like that. Now if you want to make it a bit more fancy, guys, you can literally you can literally go ahead and chuck up some stairs there, and you grab yourself a campfire, chuck one at the bottom there, and then you can go ahead and chuck yourself some half slabs just like this if you so wish, just to make it look like it's a smoking witch's cauldron, but it's completely up to you. But anyway guys, that's basically how you can make a witch's cauldron with the cool smoking effect to make it look like it is burned. Now to wrap up the torture devices, we have one more, and this one is a guillotine. Now this one guys, it's not actually working, it's just for show, but it basically looks like a guillotine. Now to make this, basically you just use some planks, you know, some fence, followed by a piston on top with a drip rock, and then all you need to do is make yourself a nice little banner with some a gray banner with some red dye to make a pattern just like that, and then you can place it on top and make yourself a guillotine. Very simple to build, not much to explain here, just basically all the work revolves around making the banner. Now for the second last spooky build hack of the day, we have ourselves, it's basically a 2-in-1, but here we go guys. We have ourselves a head in a jar and a brain in a jar. Now to make these, we're going to show you what you need right now. Now guys, we're only going to make one because the build-in strategy is basically the same, so in this case we're going to make the head one. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and build the head in a jar. So firstly, what you're going to need to do is just basically dig yourself a hole just like this. Then you're just going to go ahead, place a half slab just like that, place an armor stand on top. Then what you're going to do is go ahead and put a head on just like that. Go ahead to the top, build just with any blocks above, it doesn't matter. Then go ahead and place your whatever you want to be the bottom of your head. In this case we're using dark oak, but of course whatever the counter is up to you. Then anyway, what you're going to do is just grab yourself a piston, place it on top so it pushes down. Then just grab yourself a lever, knock it down like that. Then what you're going to do is grab yourself the lime stained glass. You can use any color, but we prefer lime stained glass. Then you press the lever again, and there you go, you will have your head in a jar. Then you can just go ahead and grab yourself a pressure plate, break those other blocks, you don't need them anymore, press a pressure plate, and there you go, you got a head in a jar. Now basically same thing for the brain one, except you will use a dyed leather helmet instead of a Steve head. Okay guys, now it has been very scuffed this video, I know, but in all the essence of the spooky vibes, we wanted to get this out before Halloween, and it's getting pretty close, so apologize if some things seem a bit rushed. But besides that, we're going on to our final one. Now for the final spooky build hack of the day, it is literally the meme, the legendary meme, the coffin dance. Now guys, we all know about the coffin dance, I'm sure you are not surprised, but basically we have recreated this in Minecraft and we're going to show you how to build it. Okay guys, now to make the coffin dance, this is all the materials you are going to need. Now what you're going to need to do is just basically, firstly you're going to have to break yourself some holes, so get digging guys. We are not building a tombstone guys, so do not worry about that. We're not digging a graveside, but what we are digging is a cool little hole floor thingamabob, I don't know what you call it. Then basically guys, you get yourself some repeaters, I think the name is repeaters, whatever, comparators, that's the name. Alright, so place them in opposite angles so it should look like this guys. Then grab yourself some redstone dust, place it just like this over here. Then grab yourself a redstone torch and a redstone torch over there. Now once you have that going guys, what you're going to need to do is break this, place yourself a redstone torch, break it again, and place some redstone dust. So now you will have this. Now what you're going to do from here guys is basically place your armor stands on each one of these pedestals just like this. So there you go, they are dancing, they are moving, very cool. Then what you're going to do is grab yourself some red carpet and place it all over the empty holes you got over here guys. So once you have done that, the next step is to basically grab yourself some barrels and basically just start building them across like this. Then what you can do is just break the other ones, you do not need them anymore. And there you go, so you got your people carrying the coffin. Now just to add a bit of design, you actually want to put some clothes on them. Now to do that, you're going to grab yourself some leather armor, and then you're going to grab yourself a carved punkman, or you can of course use a Steve head. It's completely up to you. Maybe if you prefer a Steve head, it's your choice. Okay guys, so now what you're going to do is go grab yourself a cauldron, fill it up with some water. Now you can grab yourself any dye of your choice. You don't have to even do this guys, you can literally just keep it plain with leather. But personally I think when you think of a coffin, you think of people wearing black clothes, but it can be white, it's your choice. It doesn't really matter, personal preference I suppose. Then just go ahead and dye your leather armor just like that. and go ahead and put it on to them. And then go ahead and put your pumpkin on top, or of course you can put a Steve head if you so wish. Just make sure it's in unison. It will look better if they all look the same. And there you go, guys, you got your coffin dance right there. Preferably though, make all 4 of them the same head. But anyways, guys, that is basically how you make the coffin dance, and that was the final spooky build hack on the countdown. That's basically gonna wrap up the spooky builds countdown, guys. Also, if you're wondering what map we are playing on, we will leave the download link in the description below if you so wish to join it. Of course though, it won't have any of the builds, the spooky builds that we built, but it will have these giant creations like the skull and the Freddy Fazbear and the clown thing and the pumpkin and stuff. It just won't have the little small builds that we made, which we just showed you. Anyways, guys, that's gonna basically wrap up the video. Tell us down below which was your favorite spooky Minecraft build hack, and comment down below which one of them you're gonna build in your Halloween world. But anyway, with that being said, guys, we hope you all have an amazing Halloween, and we hope you have a spooky good time. But with that being said, we'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. Happy Halloween.